That was fantastic. That was excellent. Very good, very good. Here, let me. They do. Here, let me see. Okay, I do not see you live. Let me get out and let me get back in. I'll get out and get back in. Sometimes I have to get out and get back in. No, you are not live. I wonder what happened. So maybe you have to redo it. Wait a minute. I see it. I see it. I wouldn't doubt it either. Oh my gosh, she just knocked me out and gave me a black eye. That was terrible. Okay. I love your new name. I love it. Hi, Gold. I am still here. This is interesting stuff, and I just want to make sure, all this stuff because these type of things, like these periodically stuff like this will come out, and it's like a hoax that they call it, and I just, but I don't know though. I don't know. I don't want to say that it's a hoax because all of the UN troops, as you found, have arrived, and there's a reason for all of this. So this is big stuff. Wow. Yeah. 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 Exactly. The part that I'm lost about is Trump is the one that appointed Pelosi. So, um, both sides are always controlled. And if something is going down, this has been planned long ago. Long ago. That's what that's what gets me though. It's like things are moving so fast, right? Things are moving so fast. And something like this would definitely be huge. It would definitely be huge. I think so. Yeah. that would cause unrest. But then again, it does say order out of chaos on our money. That's one thing that I always go and think of. This is interesting. Yeah, and plus their headquarters are right in New York. So I mean, they're ready to go. They are ready to go. No, I don't either, especially with what's going on. Yeah, especially with what's going on with Syria and Turkey. Those are big ones. Those are big ones. And I was reading something about ISIS, and apparently they're back on the scene. And Trump said that they were defeated. they're back on the scene. It's like, welcome back. So, and ISIS is, yeah, they were resurrected. And ISIS is the one that had the Star of David tattoo. So this could be interesting. I'm telling you, man, they're foaming at the mouth. All of them are. They are foaming at the mouth. You are so blessed and gifted in current events. It is so amazing. I love getting texts from you. I know you are. I love getting those texts. Oh my gosh, check this out. Oh my gosh. I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Exactly. And Nicole, she brought it up in the stream that praised what was on, and I said, "Well, I'm saying just keep on watching because she'll find out. She will get the information." So that she brought it up your video, because and she was saying how good that you were, and I said, "Yeah, and you keep on watching because she'll find it. She'll get the answer." It is so funny. Yeah, she is awesome. I love her. I love her so much, and she loves you. That is amazing. That is awesome. So funny. That is so funny. You are a hoot. You are a hoot. You are a gift. And you're so happy with lack of sleep. I am so grumpy. I am like grumpy pants. This is terrible. Look at you. There you go. There you go. Wow. 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 Yes. 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 Yeah. Wow. Wow. Of the Euphrates. It makes sense. Yeah. That's how they, because the Euphrates has always been the border between Israel and Babylon, right? From that truth and that confusion. And they keep on marching closer. And the Yeah, it is freaky, and the river's running up dry, so that means like the desolators like knocking on our door. That's Babel. There's no mystery to Babylon, the great harlot. I mean, just look around. There's no mystery there. There's no mystery, and it's a common. It is that's why. Well, you know that it's thick when I see something because I don't see anything. I've never seen nothing. Nothing. I don't see anything. I'm lucky to see a meteorite. Okay. I mean, that's as far as that, which I'm out and I'm looking for some meteorites now, but I haven't seen one. So it's one of two things. It's either our government is preparing, okay, because they know what is coming, because you can't fool me. These leaders know. They know. They converse with these evil spirits. So, so they know. So it's either our government trying to condition folks to get them ready, or it could be evil trying to condition folks, like the demonic realm trying to get them ready. So I find it fascinating, especially because they are going to have vehicles. They don't have wings, so they need their vehicles to get here. So wow, I haven't seen that one yet. I haven't seen that one yet. Big, yeah, right. Exactly. I mean, this is incredible stuff. It really is incredible stuff. I mean, it really is, especially when you know that I've seen something. So it's there. It's there. Yeah, you are amazing. A definite gift because there's nothing like this that is on YouTube. Nothing. It is, and plus it's the weekend, and you'll never hear news. And I wanted to respond back to Ryan Marsh. In fact, what is going on in Hong Kong now happened back in 1987, and that was right before. Yeah, and that was right before our stock market crashed. It's like history is repeating itself. Watch. I'm telling you, watch the stock market. What's happening there now already has happened, and then our stock market crashed. So Oh yeah. I just found that out too not. I was going through comments and this one person mentioned that and I decided to investigate and that person was right. I was like, wow. And hold on 1 second. Okay, and I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. No, I agree. I mean, I agree. These leaders have been crying peace and safety for a while, but now is when they're trying to do something with peace and safety with these, like with the Gulf states and Israel. I mean, that's been going on for a long time, and now they want to all meet at the table. And then you have the Iran guy who said that he's willing to meet with Trump, to meet for peace and safety to get these sanctions off. So um, it, there's big things that are going on. And just like Paul says, so no, no, in fact, from a really good friend of mine, she informed me something that, and this is why Trump is putting sanctions and tariffs on China, because China is one of our biggest exporters. So he can put huge tariffs on them to choke their economy. And the reason why Trump is doing that, because he wants China to choke out Iran, because China is one of the biggest exporters for Iran. It's like something 60%. And this has to do with oil. And when China gives that last tariff and that last sanction, it's going to fully break Iran. And Iran's going to be forced in the system. And this is how Trump forced North Korea, and he did it through China. So China's like Trump's little B word right now. So that is what's going on. So that is what we are seeing. And but I have a feeling that that last hit, because we know that the he goat is going to hit the ram very hard. And I think that that last hit is going to make oil and gas just explode, like total high. But that's just my opinion, though. Do not take that to the bank. Um, so, um, and then you have Turkey now is on the table, and that's a big one. And Turkey has always been big, so that's a big one. And Syria. Have you heard what Saudi Arabia is saying? Well, Saudi Arabia, now that would be a frenemy. That would not be a real, that would definitely be a frenemy. Wow. And they're all, yeah, and they're turning into the seven dominions. This is what they're turning into, is the seven dominions with these peace things. Oh yeah, but I remembered now with gosh, I cannot say it. Turkey, you want to watch because the Waqif, and I don't know how to say it, it's like the Waqif, they're the ones that is leasing out the Dome of the Rock, and they are in Turkey. That's what you want to watch, because this also could have to do with the Dome of the Rock as well, because the Jews want it gone. But then you have some rabbis saying that it could actually stay there. So, but you still want to watch them though, because of what's going on, because they are a big part of the Dome of the Rock. Oh, she is so sweet. She is so sweet. No, not yet. Here, let me pull it up. Yes, I know he will be. I mean, as in a human. And EA Faicha, I'm going to tell you, Satan is not a human. And first is, if you look, I'm going to go through a few things. First, if you go through the three woe trumpets, um, Satan, he is that star that fell from heaven. Okay. Number two, there's never been a cherub born through a womb that has ever been born through the womb. Number three, if Satan was born through the womb, salvation would be provided for him, or else God is a liar, because salvation is provided for everybody that is born through the womb. And all babies, they are born innocent. So, and Satan has been sentenced to yeah, and Satan has been sentenced to a second death. And his time is short. And the time that he originally was given was 7 years, and he appears halfway through the week, which is 42 months, and those are lunar. But if you read Revelation 9:5 and Revelation 9:10, the time has been shortened to 5 months. The locust army are the fallen angels, and Satan is the king of the bottomless pit. That is to say, he is the king of death. Satan has many names. He is the desolator. He is Lucifer. I mean, there are many names. He is the dragon, there are many names for him, and the more, yeah. So, he's not going to be born through woman. Um, there's going to be a war in heaven, and they're going to be sent here. And immediately when Satan and the fallen angels land on earth, they're going to be, or well, Satan he's going to be working behind the scenes, making a covenant with many. And then he's going to appear on the scene halfway through. And that is at the 2.5-month mark. Christ said that the time has been shortened for the elect's sake. So if he is not in human form, then how does he himself desolate the temple? The Yeah, and if you yeah, um, and if you read Isaiah, yes, he has great powers. In fact, he's going to, if you read in Daniel, those are going to be destroyed by false peace and by his supernatural wonders. He'll be able to shoot lightning from the sky. If you read Isaiah 14, he's going to put his throne on the Temple Mount. He's going to put his throne in the same spot where Christ is going to put his throne. And Paul, he tells us that he is going to portray himself as God. St. John says he's going to appear as the Lamb, but he'll speak blasphemy. Well, who is the Lamb? That is Christ. Satan is going to appear as he is Christ. And many will follow and whore after him, believing that he is Christ. In fact, if you look at these Noahide laws, they said that their Mashiach, the Messiah of theirs, says that they will live forever. Flesh will live forever. Well, if we go back to the garden, that is exactly one thing that Satan told Adam and Eve. They will be like gods. And well, okay, yes, I'm going to read that, and that is in Revelation 9, and I'm going to explain that to him. These are names for Satan, and I'm going to tell him, let me get it. Okay, Abaddon, it means ruin, destruction. Okay, that is Satan. He is the desolator. He is the destroyer. In fact, if we go back to Exodus, when they put the lamb's blood over the doorpost, the that destroyer went by. That was a representation of Satan, the death spirit. Okay, that's what that means. Apollyon is the angel of the bottomless pit, the destroyer. Satan is the angel of the bottomless pit because Christ gives Satan the key to the bottomless pit. That is Satan. He is filling many roles here. He has many names. It's just like God has many roles, and there's a lot of names and titles to God. So does Satan. You have the exact opposite. Satan always tries to be God, but in a negative fashion. He is death and all that. Yeah, false imitation. In fact, Antichrist means instead of Christ. Yeah, right. No, right now, Satan is behind the throne of God accusing the saints. Right now, Satan is behind the throne of God and he is accusing the saints. Yes. And Christ is going to give him the key. And there's One Way. Hi, One Way. That is so awesome that he came. And um, Satan is their king, king of the fallen angels, and they will not break their rank. They are here to spiritually deceive folks. They are spiritually to deceive. Exactly. And they do, and they switch it right away. I mean, so these are very trying times. In fact, if you read 1 Corinthians 15:52, at the last trumpet, that's the seventh one. There's only there's only seven of them. That's when we are transformed into our spiritual bodies. We will be seeing the face of God. Okay? No flesh can live by seeing the actual face of God in his full glory. Okay? That is when Christ comes with the saints. Yeah, his spirit roam, yeah, Satan's spirit roams the earth. His body is being held. We have a spiritual body. It's kind of like how we have a spiritual body and we have a flesh body. So Satan has a spirit, and his spirit roams the earth. He is the prince of the air. Read, I believe it's in John 12, the prince of the air, that is Satan. His spirit roams the earth. In fact, let me get that verse where that he's behind the throne of God. It is. And I have, yeah, and it says in Revelation 12:9, verse 11, it says, and the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast with him. And I heard a loud voice saying, in heaven now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our God and the power of his Christ. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our God day and night. See, Revelation 12:10. Yeah, he's right there. It says, with a loud voice saying, in heaven now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our God and the power of his Christ. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our God day and night. That is right before the feet of God. And where the feet of God is where the throne of God is. So yeah, and then you can go to the Greek, and then you can go into the Hebrew, you can have a lexicon, you can do appendixes, you can go through a companion Bible, you can read commentary. There's a lot of studying that you can do, and you will see that that is exactly what it says. In fact, where it says that Satan is going to sit in the temple of God, I have my notes on that. If you get the Greek grammar on that, it says the correct word should be Satan sits towards the temple of God. Now, sitting in the temple of God and sitting towards the temple of God are two separate things. We are his temple. We are the bride of Christ. He dwells in us. The only way for our adversary, which is another name for Satan, to dwell inside of us, we would have to welcome him in. So that makes a big difference. And you will have some of the bride of Christ standing in Judea worshiping him. We are not going to see our true Savior until the seventh trump. That's read 1 Corinthians 15:52. Do a pinch test if you have to. If you are still in the flesh, then it goes under what Christ says. Lo, they say I'm there. Lo, they say I'm there. If they say I'm in the desert, or if they say I'm in the secret place, believe it them not. That is not Christ. There are many false Christs. And then you have the instead of Christ. Read Isaiah 14. That is exactly where Satan's going to put his throne. He is the literal Tower of Babel. Yeah, and if you want, it doesn't. Those crackers, I died laughing when you said I ate a cracker and I should have drank some water. I know what that feels like. I've eaten saltines. I almost choked to death. That is so funny. That is so funny. Yeah. In fact, yeah. Yeah, Christ's sake. Yeah, the time was shortened. Yeah, the 5 months is the 5 months is in Revelation 9:5 and Revelation 9:10. In fact, Joel speaks on there's 4 stages to the locust, and you have a different type of locust, and the last so you have the locust army, which is in referenced in Revelation 9. That is the fallen angels, and then Satan. And it tells you it is 5 months. And Christ says at the time it was short for the elect's sake. And I'm getting that verse because I'm so bad at remembering these verses. Okay, it's Matthew 24:22, and it says, and except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. So, read Matthew 24:22. And then read Revelation 9:5 and 9:10. That gives us the time it was shortened to. Yeah, but tell EA, yeah, because they the time. But yeah, but EA, Satan copies everything of God. In fact, he's going to sit in the very spot Christ is going to put his throne. Read Ezekiel about that stench and that abomination that is sitting there. Read Isaiah 14. That gives us the exact location of where Christ or of where Satan's going to put his throne and how he's going to exalt himself above the hosts of heaven. He's going to be the literal Tower of Babel sitting there. Read 1 Corinthians 15:52. At a moment, a twinkling of an eye, at the last trumpet, we shall be transformed into our incorruptible bodies. Now go read about the seventh trump. That's when the sun and the moon are going to be darkened. And the reason why is they're not going to go away. It's because Christ is our true light. There's no need for a sun and a moon. That is fake light. Christ is a true light. He's our light. And when you have God, there's light. There's light everywhere. There's never darkness. When Satan's here, that is going to be in the flesh. Folks are still going to be sinning. God is so holy. He is so pure. Sin separates flesh from God. You know, people have to think about these things. In fact, God is so holy that if just look at the way that the priests were in the Old Testament, when they brought strange fire, they were just, I mean, they were instantly dead. God is so holy, flesh cannot be around him. The God de facto. Now you have the angel of the Lord. That is separate. But when you are in the direct presence of God, that is so holy, flesh will burn up. I mean, because we are sin, we are filthy rags. And folks, better be ready. Do a pinch test if you have to. Christ is our deliverance from this flesh. We are foreigners on this land. These flesh bodies are not our home. They are not our home. They're not. And but you can believe what you want to believe, but there will be two witnesses, and listen to the two witnesses when they come. They will warn you of the same thing. So, and always sends two witnesses before a big event happens, and he's going to send two again, and they will warn. And they will warn. And EA Fight Show, yeah, and EA Fight Show has to remember Michael and Gabriel both have been called a man. A man. So angels are called men. And when you have a man of sin, that is Satan. Yeah. It's so cold, and I'm sitting outside. I'm looking for some, I should have put socks on. But in those days after that, the tribulation, the sun shall be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars of heaven shall fall, and the powers that are in heaven shall be shaken. And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in the clouds with great power and glory, and then shall send his angels, shall gather his elect from the four winds, from the uttermost part of the earth to the uttermost part of heaven. Yeah, that read 1 Corinthians 15:52 at the last trump. There's no secret trumps. There's only seven trumps, and the last three are woes. Whoa. You know what I mean? Pay attention. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, exactly. I am going to read Revelation 13:11, and I am going to go down. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. And he exercises all the power of the first beast before him, and causes the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make the image to the beast which he had wounded by the sword, and did live. Okay, these are great things. In fact, I'm going to go to Daniel. Now we are going to go read more about Lucifer and what is coming. Okay, let's read this. And the king shall do according to his will, and he shall exalt himself, and magnify himself above every god, and shall speak marvelous things against the God of gods, and shall prosper till the indignation be accomplished, for that is determined shall be done. Neither shall he regard the God of his fathers, nor desire of women, nor regard any God, for he shall magnify himself above all. But in his estate shall he honor the God of the forces, and a God whom his fathers knew shall he honor with gold and silver, and with precious stones and things. Thus shall he do in the most strongholds with the strange God, whom he shall acknowledge and increase with glory. And he shall cause them to rule over many, and shall divide the land for gain. And I'm trying to find that one verse where it says that he shall do, in fact, if you go all the way down to Daniel 11:45, that's when it tells you that his temple's not going to be erected until he's here. I'm trying to find that one where, yeah, yeah. But if you want to believe that you're going to be living in the flesh forever, like Satan said to Adam and Eve, you go for it. That is your choice. But you're not acknowledging First Corinthians 15:52, when we are transformed into our incorruptible bodies. I don't know about you, but my body is pretty corruptible. Okay, I mean, I stub my toe and it freaking hurts. I catch colds, and I have watched folks die in the flesh. I mean, that's not incorruptible. So I don't understand what you're trying to say with the sun and the moon. Yeah, you have types of. Christ is the true light, is he not? I mean, are you trying to say Christ is not is he not the the true light? I mean, why would we have need for a sun and a moon when he's here? In fact, if you read it, it says, in fact, with Satan, it says that the moon. Yeah, in fact, if you actually read it, when it pertains to Satan, the moon shall be turned blood red or something. That's symbolic for death. So that is with Satan. That has nothing to do with the Son of Man, Christ, appearing and being our deliverance. Okay, so I'm so sorry, EA. I have no idea what you're trying to say, but we will not be seeing. It's totally up to you, but I got to get going here soon. So, um, but it's totally up to you if you. The sun and the moon is a sign, but the sun and the moon are also spiritually symbolic of things too. So you have a literal, and then you have a spiritual aspect behind it too. I have probably about 20. It's totally up to you, sweetheart. I don't mind, but it's totally up to you. But I want to read in the sixth seal, and it says, "And I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood." The black of sackcloth, that is a representation of mourning, and blood is a like when I say mourning, I mean like in sadness. It's not like, oh, it's 7 a.m., like in mourning. And the moon became as that is symbolic for like death, but it's like a spiritual death going on. There could be even a volcano that could, if you want to put a literal aspect behind that, and volcanoes do that too. So that is definitely not the sun and the moon being darkened when the Son of Man comes. Yeah, because yeah, that is totally fine. No. Yeah. Yeah, in fact, Christ says that those that endure until the very end shall be saved. So, if Christ is, yeah, yeah. In fact, if Christ is coming here, why would folks want to put on their the jet packs and fly away? I mean, really, where are you going? Come back. Christ is coming here. He's coming here for his bride. He's coming to his bride. Why would you want to leave? Yeah, that is the seventh trump. The sun and the moon shall be darkened and not give their light. But read the sixth seal. The sixth seal is not the seventh. Yeah, six comes before seven. Just look at what comes at the sixth trumpet. So um but you will have the two witnesses. You do not have to take my word for it. That is okay. You can not agree. That is fine. That's totally up to you. That is totally up to you. That's funny. And give me 1 second. I'm just going to start the dishes, and just give me 1 second. Amen, girl. Amen, girl. So what I am saying, he won't come back until the sun and the moon go dark. So look for the sign is what all that matters. We do. Very well said. Now I like what EA Fight said. That's very good. That is very good. That is excellent. But just know at the sixth seal, there could be a duplicate, but it's not going to be like with God, okay, like with the true Christ. In fact, I'm going to read Daniel 8:24 and down. And it says, and his power shall be mighty, but not by his own power. And he shall destroy wonderfully, and he shall prosper in practice, and shall destroy the mighty and the holy people. And through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand. And the vision of the evening and morning which was told is true. Wherefore shut thou vision up, for it shall be for many days. I'm trying to find the verse in Daniel, and I'm going to find it. I think it's in Daniel 11, where it says that he has no fame when he arrives. It's when he arrives or appears on the scene. It's the world that gives him his fame. See, many folks, they say that Satan has a pitchfork. He's going to cut people's heads off, and it's just going to be a bloodbath. That is fear mongering. No, it's by peace. It's a spiritual, yeah, and by flatteries. It is a straight up spiritual battle. Satan, he wants to be God, and he thinks he is better than God, and he can't physically hurt God. So how Satan hurts God is by destroying his children. That hurts God, because God is a fair and just God, and we are held accountable if we choose to go along with the satanic influence. So that's the sad part of all of that. But we have the two witnesses. God says, those with the seal of truth in their foreheads, not one hair on their head shall be harmed. In fact, that's what God flat out told the fallen angels. Stay away from those. You can't touch them. And the seal of truth is knowing that the false Christ comes first. You just got to remain steadfast. In fact, you can read in Revelation 2:9 that the church of Smyrna spends 10 days in jail. I mean, come on. 10 days in jail, that is nothing. That is nothing for Christ. That's absolutely nothing. In fact, when you have the martyrs and the prophets, in fact, one of the greatest stories that I heard, and I don't know where I read this story, but there was a history book, and this guy wrote about another guy. He was a Christian, and he witnessed a Christian get burned alive. And the guy who was being burned alive had a big smile on his face. That is a beautiful testimony. These are what the martyrs and what those the apostles and the prophets, that they all did for Christ. God, it's not going to be a scary time. In fact, it's going to be a time of rejoicing, because we know our beloved is coming. Our first love is coming. Our deliverer is coming. In fact, we're going to be singing that song of Moses. It's not going to be a dark and gloomy day for us. It's going to be a dark and gloomy day for the evil rudiments. because that's where the rubber meets the road. That's it. That's it. Yeah, in fact, in Isaiah, and I always forget that verse, I think it's in 24 or 25, it says, after 70 years, Tyre shall sing as the harlot. Tyre is that little flat rock, that the little rock. That is another name for Satan. That's another name for Satan. Yes, there was a king, Tyre, but that name was given for Satan because he's the false rock. Christ is our cornerstone. He is our rock. He is our foundation. That is Satan's copycat. It's just like how you have that he shall spread his wings over Moab. That is Satan's copycat of El Shaddai. So, so we are in the after 70 years. We are in the after 70 years. In fact, Israel is the cursed fig tree nation. In fact, we are in the time of the Gentiles right now. What we see in Israel is not of God. In fact, we are told that the sanctuary, it will not be cleansed until the seventh trump. So what's there is not of God. But what you're seeing with the Sanhedrin and all the rabbis and all that, there's nothing new under the sun. In fact, they're no different from the very Nethinims that Nehemiah and Ezra spoke of that took over the Levitical priesthood. And Israel became a nation in 1948. That is the cursed fig tree nation. Very well. Yeah. There you go. Very good. Very, very well said. Very well said. That was very well said. So boy, this was fun stuff. This was fun stuff. Let's get my cup of coffee. I'm not going to the bathroom. I'm getting a cup of coffee, I promise. Oh, there's not, my mom loves cold coffee. I can't do it. Yeah, exactly. I totally agree. But you're right though. That's exactly, yeah. Sometimes you have to put that ice and stuff in there for it to taste good. Wow. Sorry. There is definitely something going on. There is, but it'll be interesting to see. I mean, can you imagine like how things would drastically change if this really happened? That's incredible. Yeah, if this is not a hoax, if this is not an elaborate hoax, okay? Because I mean, and I say elaborate because I mean, it takes a lot to pull off a hoax like this because that would be considered a terror threat, right? I mean, that's pretty bad. I mean, that person could go to jail for a long time. So it'll be interesting. Well, Madonna said she wants to blow up the White House. I can guarantee if I went out on camera and said I want to blow up the White House, I'm sure I would be in a 5 by 9 cell. Yeah, I would have the army at my door. You know, is that a? There is an interesting looking star. Hold on, I have to pull up my star map. I've never seen this star. Let me look. It could be moving. I don't know. Here, let me pull up my star map. I've never seen this star. It's kind of pretty. Let me see. Um, it could be Sirius. But that is awfully big and bright. It must be close. I think it's Sirius or whatever the hell you call it. Hmm, that's a big one. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I just never seen it that bright. It must be close. So, close to Earth, but yeah, but see, this tells me like this is controlled opposition. I mean, look at Madonna and look at these people. I mean, you had a lady in a news conference say that people should be eating babies. I can guarantee you, even if I went to the grocery store and said people need to be eating babies, I'm sure I would be in a 5 by 9. Okay, I would be in a cell with or in a white coat and doctors asking me things. Yeah, be pulling it off. But here you have a lady in a news thing in front of the whole world saying that people should be eating babies. And then some guy found a site that she was on and she was talking about how good babies taste. I kid you not. So I mean, this is some weird crap going on. I have no idea, but the babies that she was were talking about were like alive and well. Ooh, just terrible stuff. That is purely satanic, right? Yeah. That's exactly right. Yeah, Daniel. Yeah, we are told in Daniel, if you read the very last verse in Daniel 11, it tells you his temple is not erected until it is here, until he's here. And I think it's going to be like a mobile thing. I think Satan's going to copycat um, with when the children or when the Israelites were out in the wilderness. I think it's going to be something like that, because if you listen to the Sanhedrin, everything is ready to go. In fact, they're waiting on their red heifer to turn 3 years old. There's only like a few months left for that heifer to turn 3 years old. They have their wine, they have everything. In fact, the very sacrificing altar is mobile. And we see the sacrifices stopping when Satan appears on the scene, because he is the abomination. He is that he something tells me that he says that no more, because he's going to be playing Christ. That's when the sacrifices cease. I like EA Fight Club. That is cute. She feels bad for eating baby chicken. Yeah. And I was going to tell one way, it's not scary stuff. It is so exciting. There really is. It's not scary. But we shall have to see, because if these labor pains stop, or if they keep on going, I mean, they keep going and they're getting stronger. That's the fascinating part. That's the fascinating part. You do. You have it going on. You are so blessed. I can't even tell you, because it's like whiplash, because you keep going, and you get all this stuff. I mean, I don't see anything. I'm terrible at seeing stuff, and you are so blessed. Yes, that's exactly right. Oh, sorry, I was on mute. Yeah, gosh, girl, you got it going on. Complete fire, man. Excellent. Oh, she is so precious. That is so precious. Um, you know, Heck, I would bark for cheese fries too.
What kind of dog is she, Kim?
And what kind of dog? I didn't even see the skeptic you responded to one way. I didn't even see them one way. He's so awesome. He's a ball of knowledge. I don't know. I didn't even see it. He's a ball of knowledge. He just drops the information and bam, they're out. It's so funny. It's so funny. It's so funny. He is so funny. Most definitely. It's a hard one because folks, they are so set into their beliefs, and that's fine. That is totally fine, um, but when the two witnesses are coming, so they will at least hear them, hopefully. Yeah, for 3.5. That's right. Boy, that 3.5 days, man, that's gonna be a long time. Just knowing it's gonna be like, yeah. And you're so you're so yeah. Yeah, you run. Yeah, you want to flee Judea. Get out of Dodge. Boy, this is excellent stuff. This is excellent stuff. I was reading what One Way said. He said today at 12:55 a.m. Hi all. I hope you are doing well. I just wanted to respond to a question. I asked if you could provide a distinction between this particular covenant, not really command, and other instances that you deem them to be particular. The distinction between a podictic form and conditional form. So, for example, the Decalogue in all three legal corpuses is either implicity or I can't say it, invoked, and are followed by case laws of Leviticus, Deuteronomy, Exodus. So here are my sources, and there are five. Boy, One Way, that's excellent stuff. Some of it went way over my head, but that is really good stuff. Luke 22 invokes the. Can you? Are we offline? Is he talking about that? They all went offline. He's so funny. This is really good. So, okay, but One Way, can you put this in layman's terms for me, please? Yeah, yeah. Praise. I mean, he speaks that language. It must have been pretty big stuff because they all went offline. This is so funny. It's nuclear stuff they cannot deal with. That's so funny. One Way.
Where's Praise at?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
That's exactly right, sweetheart. That's exactly right. But I just want to say that yeah, but I just want to say that I really am glad that EA Fike show is here. Yeah, I think that is awesome. Yeah, and I hope that they don't think that we're not trying to be like mean or something.
Combative.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, good. I'm glad that EA Fight Show is here. Very, very good. This is awesome, awesome stuff. That was excellent, One Way. One Way is so gifted and he knows all these terms, man. And boy, you're down. Like you enter in that ring, it's over. It's over. It's so, yes. And now, and he could go for hours too, just like a flow. Like the words just flow like milk and honey. It just flows. He does not stop. It's so funny. It's so funny. Here you go. There you go.
Hi, sweetheart. I'm hanging in there.
She's doing about 60-40 right now. Yeah, I got that from my aunt. I'm just teasing her because every time she asks her how she's doing, she says, "Oh, I'm 60-40," or she'll say, "How you feeling?" She'll say, "By my fingers." It's so funny. And my mom, yeah. Um, it'll be so interesting because now is the time that you want to watch because this is when things take place. Wow. Um, and I read this. Trump said that the reason why that the U.S. forces are leaving the immediate area, because he's going to allow Turkey or Syria, one of them. I forget which country. It's Turkey to take out ISIS, which we supposedly defeated just like a few months ago or last year. Do you remember? He gave that speech. He got reincarnated. He gave that big speech. ISIS has been defeated. Well, they're back. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, I'm like right in labor and delivery, and I'm like, no epidural, let the baby flow. Just don't slow it down. No epidural, just let it come. I'm cheering it on. Start to push. Yeah, that's incredible. Yeah, and I'll be right back. I'll be right back in 2 minutes. And I am back. I am at your window. Are you going to let me in? I'm just kidding. Very good. You're so cute. You are so cute. There you go, jelly beans. Wow, that sounds so good. That sounds so good.
Amber, how you feeling, honey? Are you doing good, honey?
That's pretty
Oh, you
good.
keep the world going. Mhm. No, no, no. Oh, I bet she's good. Oh,
Yeah, and hopefully they'll put the package that we sent you in your mailbox. So that's what I'm hoping for.
mm.
But they just work so hard, you know.
Mm, mm.
You're so funny. You're so funny. Oh my goodness. You crack me up. Oh my goodness.
Mm.
I can see you warning the folks at the gas station in your small town. That is amazing. That is amazing.
She's amazing. Oh, Lord. You ain't hurt me.
Oh my gosh, this is so awesome. You are so awesome. And I know I told you, man, that you're a gift, but you are a gift. You really are. You are so precious. What's that commercial? Sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you feel some. No, sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't. Mounds. How's it go? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Enjoy has nuts.
Yeah, almond joy has nuts. Mounds don't. Sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't. Almond joy has nuts. Mounds don't. That is so funny. Oh
Oh
my
yeah.
goodness. That is so awesome.
Mm.
I'm and you do because tell everybody about that sign that you sent me that was in somebody's yard. I cannot even believe this was in somebody's yard. This sign was in somebody's yard.
Oh my. Wow.
Somebody should wear a hobby and knock on her door with some suitcases and say, "I'm here. I'm here to stay."
Wow. Oh,
And you know that she would not let you in or whoever. That is just a political sign. That is all that
God.
is.
Oh gosh.
Oh my God. You are so funny. You are so funny. Oh my God.
Mm. Mm. Oh, she's a mess. Oh God.
Oh my gosh, she's so funny. Oh my gosh, I'm dying over here. This is the best. They might throw paint on you. That's so funny. That's so funny. Yeah. You know, in fact, I was just watching a thing that was on this, like out of all the news papers, out of all the TV that comes on the television, like your Fox News and all of that, and your CNNs, and then you have your local news channels. Like out of the whole United States with the news papers and all that, it it all traces back to five companies or five organizations. That's how controlled our news is in the United States. I have to send that video. I have to send because this one guy, well, not this one guy, because there is a guy on YouTube that has that name, this one guy, but it's not him. There's a guy in a video that explains all of this, and it's very good. It really puts things into perspective and how news is controlled. No, this is just her natural self, and this is what makes her awesome because she is awesome. It is, yes. No, and she is fully sober. Like she is sober, she is vigilant, and she is out there. She is a slice of crazy. She is a slice of awesome, and she is amazing. She is amazing. There's you're so funny. Yeah, that was a long time ago. You know, and me, I was always the 90-year-old lady in the crowd. Never into that stuff. I was always like, no, not going to be a part of it. It's so funny. No, not me. I went to bingo with my mom. And I'm those old ladies. Oh, I love these older ladies. They were so awesome. Bingo is where it's at. Hmm. Oh, yeah.
I wish we had her.
But all these things, they're it's our life story though. And it makes
That's
you
what most
you.
of
And it
is.
makes you you. And there's only one of you. Yeah. That is a beautiful story. That is a now that's a story of triumph. It really is. And overcoming and victory.
Hmm.
It really is.
And how to survive. You learn the survival.
There you go. There you go. You're definitely a leader. You're not a follower. Yeah, that's for sure. That's what makes you so precious. Hmm. Yeah. Oh, sweetheart. Sweetheart. One way said, "I can only hear Olive Branch." I'll check it. Let's see. But then I'm gonna get hit.
Oh, because
Yeah.
my mic on the other one was blocked.
You're definitely a leader. You're not. Yeah, that's for sure.
Dang. Okay.
Sounded like I was having a really good conversation with my other personality. Oh, you know what? My other. Oh my gosh, that is so funny.
That's funny. I
That's
don't
like
even.
you're talking to myself. That is
Jeez,
so
Olive,
funny.
you must be drinking. Are you drunk? Having a whole conversation alone? Yeah.
Well, my other personality is fantastic. That's my alter ego, and sometimes she pops in from now and then. Tonight she just
Right.
wanted to say hello.
That's pretty funny right there. I don't care who you are.
That is so funny. That is so funny. That is so funny because that's what it's going to sound like. I am seriously just sitting there talking to myself. You are a leader. You're not a follower.
And then there's silence.
Then there's silence. Incoming. More
Right.
incoming.
Damn them liberals.
Oh
They
my gosh.
muted my microphone. I knew it. Proxy. They did it proxy. Suckers.
That
Man.
personality is my favorite, especially when she decides to pop in. We always have good songs.
Right. Me and the other folks
That's so
in my
funny,
head.
but
Now they're gonna put out
oh
something
my
like,
gosh, that
like
was
we need
so
to be
funny.
medicated or some shit because we said we have voices in our head. Great, that's discrediting. Just kidding, guys.
I'm just so happy that One Way spoke up because it really would have looked like I was just here talking.
I wonder how long that happened.
Oh my goodness, that's so funny.
Oh man, we're funny people.
Oh my gosh.
That's
Oh my God, that is so funny.
Now it's just gonna be like 10 minutes of stuff just laughing that we can't stop because you were having conversations with yourself.
And it was so good too. If only people heard you, it was so good. It was so good.
Well,
Story of triumph and victory. Oh my God. It was, boy, that alter ego, it really fought hard to come through, but boy, buddy, when it did, man, it came through.
It was through. Like, hello. Oh man, that's freaking funny.
That reminds me of the time. Do you remember when I accidentally deleted everything
Oh yeah.
and folks could only hear Nicole? Do you remember? But they heard that voice thing in the background. They heard that voice thing in the background. Oh my gosh, that was so funny. Your mama ugly, your dad ugly. That's so funny.
I
so funny.
I didn't know they heard that.
Oh, it did. And when Mama and we went through, I swear, I mean, I couldn't stop laughing. I could not stop laughing. I had to put it away because it was too much. It was too much.
Oh my gosh.
It was
One Way
too
says,
much.
how dare nobody else let them know. Thinks about it, how it took him 20 plus minutes to figure it out. You were talking to yourself for 20 minutes plus?
Wow, that's a new record. That's a new record.
Dang! Dang, Gina. You
Oh
guys.
my gosh. Oh my god.
Oh my
So
god.
funny. Oh my god. Story so. Oh my gosh, I can't right now because it's just so
You know
funny.
what? I played like a news clip when you said you were going to be right back. Did you guys even hear the update with Turkey and Syria that I played on YouTube, or was it quiet that whole time too? And nobody said anything. We were
Oh
funny.
my goodness.
We
Oh
were
my
funny. You guys missed
Oh
out.
my goodness.
And that's going to be a one-way
This was-
conversation.
It was truly a good conversation. I can promise you guys that it was so sad that they didn't get to hear
Yeah.
what you said. It was so good. It was
Oh.
so good, and my goodness, about the gas station. Oh my gosh, that was the
Man.
best.
Yeah, they didn't get to hear the gas station.
Um,
We'll probably have to just let them wonder because that was funny right there. Oh my goodness. That's okay because then the
oh,
gas
this is
station won't hear it, I guess. Wow, that was like 30 minutes or something of you just talking to yourself.
That's a new record, man. I usually like to do it in front of a mirror, but I got bold. I did it with the phone. I'm taking my personality to new heights. That's so funny.
I'm gonna choke.
Oh my goodness, that is so funny.
my
I
gosh.
cannot believe that happened.
We're just trying out
We
new
forgive you.
things here. Well, I don't forgive you guys for not telling us. I'm very hurt.
We forgive you.
You made
I name my alter ego Amber.
Oh my
and
god.
she says thank you. And she says thank you. So funny. Oh my goodness. Now that is something I'm gonna have to go back and I'm gonna have to hear this because it's like a total idiot, just
You're gonna
right
be
there.
laughing
Just-
at yourself really hard too. They're gonna be like, "What? You Oh my goodness, that's gonna be
that is
hilarious."
so funny.
Jeez.
And boy, Alan, you said we're gonna have to come back on just so you can repeat everything that you said because it was good stuff.
Yeah, I forgot it now. So
Wow, that was so good stuff. That was good stuff too. Because you were talking about all sorts of stuff, not even just the gas station and stuff.
is that why One Way asked you if you were drinking because One Way didn't hear me on the other side and was like, "You must be drinking or toking."
Oh my God! Stop it! Shut the
Is that why you said that One
door.
Way? It had to have been. It had to have been. I thought he was talking to me. He was talking to you.
And she stays sober and she stays vigilant.
Oh man, this is gonna be a good one. We're gonna look back on this clip and we're gonna laugh our butts off because only we know the other side of the conversation.
This reminds me. There was a movie that my dad had on, and it was where this guy would talk to this invisible bunny. Okay, and I forget the invisible bunny's name. It was like a
Foo-foo.
19. Do you remember that bunny's name, Mom?
Yeah, I don't remember.
And that's what it reminds me of because whenever he would talk to this invisible bunny, people would look at him like, "Who are you talking to?" And that is exactly what it reminds me of.
Right. Well, we do have an invisible bunny.
See, and One Way says, "Don't feel bad. I did entire live streams and even a podcast without turning my microphone on." Oh, One Way is amazing. He is so awesome. That is so awesome. Hi, Ted. Oh, that is absolutely hilarious. That is absolutely hilarious.
Well, people will
I would
definitely
ask
get a
if
hoot.
I had been drinking too, because I was obviously having a really good conversation with silence.
Right. That's the bunny's name.
Oh my goodness, that One Way. You know what? That is so funny. And I'm so glad that he said that because, oh my goodness, I can just imagine what you felt like because it happens to the best of us all. And they probably thought that you left. They probably thought that you left because you were like going to call it a night.
Oh,
My gosh.
did they hear that part?
Hmm.
No, I don't think so.
I don't even know. I don't even know. Oh my, this is priceless.
I
This
think
is
it was
absolutely
quiet for so
priceless.
long, and I was playing that YouTube video, and I was trying to get the update for Syria and Turkey. The whole time it was silent. They heard nothing.
It's so funny. And Against the Flow stopped by and I said hi. And then she's like, all right, I'm going to go. Well, yeah, because I mean, I was talking to Air and then even typing to her in the chat room. Yeah. She was probably so confused.
She's like,
oh my gosh,
almost
that's so
tipping
funny.
back the vodka tonight. Something is going on. So she.
Yeah, I hijacked your stream with a bottle of vodka.
Yeah, they're like, dang, she's losing it, guys. She needs some sleep. 2 shows in a row just isn't good for her.
Yeah, this is absolutely oh no. Oh my gosh, I can't. This is so funny. This is so funny on so many levels.
That is
I just hope that you've at least were there the beginning of the stream and for most of it.
I don't
just
think
not
so.
that, you know.
Yeah, I don't think so. They heard nothing of the gas station. They heard nothing of the update for Syria and Turkey. I thought I was really doing a jig here. And no, I'm all out of steam now. Sorry, guys. All fresh out. That coffee has zipped its zang and zanged to the zipped, but not zip zanged me. It's downhill from here, ladies and gentlemen. You wore me out. That silence bunny.
Oh my god. The silence bunny.
Yes.
And I thought One Way was talking about you. When he mentioned drinking Harvey, that was the name of the bunny, Harvey.
Oh, great.
Oh my gosh.
Harvey's a damn. Oh, I hate Harvey. No wonder the bunny's named Harvey. It's just disastrous. Don't shake it, it'll get on the carpet.
Oh my goodness. What happened to your voice, Amber, while talking to Olive Branch? That's so funny. That is so funny. That's what One Way said. Oh, man. My eyes are watered up. I mean, I haven't laughed this hard for a long time.
Wow. Well, see, this is what happens when you guys miss the show, our show here, because we're really funny. And lots of things can happen, so we might get started on talking about one subject. Secret's always in the sauce for later, so if you guys don't show up and stick around, you're going to miss the show. I'm telling you, it's a hoot and a holler.
Wow, that is too much. Oh my gosh, it's going to take a lot for me to fall asleep now because I laughed so hard.
Well, yeah, but see, that's why we get kicked out of other shows because we're too loud. So we can be loud here. You can even talk to yourself here if you want to.
It's a free for all. Come on in.
Yeah.
Just have a good conversation.
Water's
have
fine.
a cup of coffee. Let it loose.
We got cheese and crackers and jelly beans, and we got some gummy worms. Come on in. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is so funny. Oh man. And I don't like to hear my voice, but I have to go back and I have to hear this because this is absolutely hilarious.
Oh yeah, this is funny. So, well, anybody got any questions or anything you want to say anything, Olive? I think I'll probably end the stream because I know that you have to get to bed here soon. And if we want to chit chat or anything after this or what you want to do.
Sounds good. This is why you all need to buy that Squatty Potty unicorn of fruit. Oh my goodness. One Way, that is so funny.
I'm going to find a sticker on the frickin' internet, and I'm going to put, and One Way, you're going to look for this. I'm going to have a unicorn-approved sticker in the bottom of every screen from now on. And only we'll know what that means. Goodness.
I even said you were so awesome, a slice of crazy, a slice of awesome. I can't right now. I can't. God. Oh my goodness. I can't. This is too much. It's so funny. It's so funny to me. This is too much. This is too much. And then with the unicorn and the Squatty Potty. And I can't. This is too much.
Oh my goodness. Wow. What a show.
Oh my goodness.
You are a one-woman show, dear. I told you. You can handle this.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
One
man.
woman show. Oh boy, that was really good. That was too much. That was so funny.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
that's okay because if
Oh
anybody,
no, I have to show. I have to send you this. This is so funny. It's the unicorn changed the way I poop, and you have to see there's a unicorn pooping, and this guy is eating the unicorn poop. This is this is so
oh, that's
funny.
disgusting.
Oh my gosh.
The unicorn is pooping
Oh
out ice
boy.
cream.
That's icky.
That's so funny.
This unicorn changed the way
Oh
I
boy.
poop. Is the guy going to take a turd or something? Oh, the unicorn's going to take a poop. And now it's coming out in blue drops.
Oh. I can't. That's too much. That's so funny. Oh man. And then my mom's even talking in the background. It makes it even better. So
Oh my god. I bet it's going to be hilarious though. Praise is going to be like, what the hell are you guys doing? Right? If anybody gets past the 30 minutes of silence or...
Now we know why Praise hurried up and got home from helping his aunt move.
Yeah, because
now
this
we
is
know.
the shit we did.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's so funny.
We were tearing it up on his channel. He's like, I gotta get home now. Sorry, Auntie, love you, but gotta go.
That's exactly right. That's probably what exactly went down.
He loves you, Amber.
Oh, but he does. He adores you so much. He does.
Well, same
He
here,
adores you
but
so
still,
much.
Mama, he came home awfully fast.
Really fast. Like we were all ready. Like we had plans. Like me and like we were ready to go. We had plans.
We changed
Like, bam,
buttons, we
he's coming
changed
home.
pictures, we changed music, we changed intro.
Everything. And I was telling everybody, there's a new sheriff in town, and I was kicking him out. And he came back, and I was like this little dog with a tail between its legs.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Amber, he said he's known you for 10 years.
How old am I?
Yeah, for 10 years, right? For 10 years.
More than that, because I was actually, I think, in my late 20s. So
Wow.
like 12 maybe something like that. Could be 11, could be 10.
Well, he's proud of that.
Dang, that's a long time.
He's proud of that.
Yeah, he's proud of that.
Oh. Yeah, we used to actually have a lot of conversations, and we'd get on the phone and discuss things, and we would pal around and teach people online, and I mean, we did like a lot of stuff, so text and all sorts of stuff. So
Wow.
That is so cool. Oh, okay, sweetheart, we can sign off now.
now that are you going to bed?
I better go to bed. I
Oh,
better
She
calm
has
this.
2 bills. Mama.
Yeah, I have to get, and I have to pay him early. It has to be early.
It has to be before noon.
Yeah, so.
And that's a struggle for us that stay up all night and all day long hunting news down and getting epiphanies at 4 a.m. Hey, girl, you awake? Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm still sitting here. Got another epiphany. Here we
Well,
go.
it's a darn good thing that like no major breaking news came through, because it would have looked like it was just laser beamed down to my head.
That would have been cool effect.
Yeah, incoming. I got some information coming. Let me move my aluminum foil hat here. Okay. Incoming. It's so funny.
They didn't know you were psychic. I mean, come on, you guys didn't know that. You know, she's not talking to herself.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
that aluminum
alien
foil hat that I wear.
Alien communication. I mean, we are on it. Extraterrestrials.
Yes, I forget that one group of people that sent out a satellite. I have a direct communication with that satellite.
But it's always a one-way conversation. It's just all
It
in her
is.
head, and this is proven by tonight. It's all in her head.
Yeah, it's all in my head. Don't want to make the other side mad because she's a little feisty.
Right, right. Oh my gosh, but she likes worms too. So
Okay, Mama.
okay,
Yeah.
we're all going. All right, everybody. One way. Anybody else who's left in here? Love you all. Good night and God bless.
And good night, everybody. And that was so awesome that One Way stopped by.
And thanks for
Much love and good night.
And next time, tell us earlier that that's happening One Way, like at least 2 minutes after it happens. Let her go for a little bit, but then let us know.
I let her go for a little. That's so funny.
All right, everybody. Good night and God bless.